Hello, guys. Once again, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's approaching towards midnight. Time is around 11:30 here in Dhaka. I am actually sitting in my other room. This is supposed to be my main bedroom, which is much bigger than the other room where I'm staying and making that videos from. That's sort of the background with that shelf, right? So I want to take this room, but this room has some issues. Not ghosts, hopefully not, fingers crossed. But this side, if you'll hear maybe some noise of the honking and all. There is this construction site here, construction of a building. Whole day and night they have huge noise they make, so I couldn't sleep here. So this room I left for time being. Later maybe I'll move in here with all my furnitures, but this room I use sometimes for doing videos. I'll be using also. If it was not raining, I would go actually to the balcony. I'll do some videos for you. But I keep the window open and it's very beautiful, pleasant breeze. It has been raining like really constantly, continuously, dark clouds, thunderstorms, cool breeze. At areas they have some water, flooding. So this kind of weather is much, much nicer than a warmer setup. I think there's some storm going on in our coastal areas. So this is the after effect or the effect of that. So I thought, like, why not I bring 5 of my favorite tobacco-based perfumes, which is going to be good for this kind of setup. Also, perhaps in days of fall and winter. Okay, so let's go one by one. I'll show you. I'll start with my scent of the night. It's a classic one. You can go with the extreme version, but this one nowadays I feel people don't talk about much. It's called Viktor&Rolf Spicebomb. Viktor&Rolf Spicebomb has been reformulated many times. If you see the older version, the juice is going to be much more darker because it has been matured over the years. You can find these at different bottle sizes, small bottle, big bottle, and the biggest I think is 150 ml. So Spicebomb has been one of my love of my life, or in the journey of fragrance game. You can see the bottle is very interesting. I always found these bottles mesmerizing. When a company throws out there some interesting bottle designs, it always captures people's attention. Like, you want to get something unique or like different. So even till today I don't see that many houses make interesting bottles like it. I just want to have this bottle forever in my collection. But mostly what I love about Spicebomb is the pink pepper black pepper combination, and then perhaps cinnamon, the citruses, and then the tobacco. This fragrance, some people say, is dated now. Okay, and I can kind of see that people who wore it like 10 years back or so, they are now graduated, they moved on sort of perhaps in life. But this fragrance remains like a appealing fragrance for me, like in the crowd of many new flankers. Just like Burberry's London never lost its place, that red port wine, and then that it had also tobacco, some classy vibes. This one has a classy vibe, very sexy fragrance. It's in the era of Eros 1 millions, and I still think this is great fragrance. But more than the tobacco, I enjoy the pink pepper in this, which is the beautiful citrusy and pink pepper combination, which gives me that sexy little vibe. So this kind of colder months, I like Spicebomb. That's the first one. Second one, I will show you. Maybe many of you will say this is discontinued, hard to find. Why do you recommend? I recommend it because sometimes fragrances made such an impact. I have to keep bringing it back. And this is one of the best fragrances of all time, called Pure Havane. You can see that classic, the star. This fragrance is my last bottle. Okay, I sold my backup bottle. I have another fragrance in the list upcoming, which is similar to this, is a niche version of this. But Pure Havane, what it did in my life, I always had this ongoing love affair with this and Pure Malt sometimes. Pure Malt is the boozy whiskey. This is the cherry tobacco smell, and it has a powdery effect. I think got tonka beans. So I think maybe less lavender and a little bit of original Amin. This is like whatever is in there, it always got my back. Like, great performance, great push at nighttime, summer, winter. I wore it always. But in winter, this is a different beast. This thing has its place, like set apart. The standard is set apart from others. Okay, this is such a height, and I really feel whenever you had this pleasure to buy this perfume, maybe our era, we were privileged. Okay, so Pure Havane is such a great fragrance for I would say nighttime, night outing. Such a manly man, like alpha man. And I decided finally, over Pure Malt, I love this the most in Mugler, like house. Okay, Thierry Mugler Pure Havane. So the next one I'm going to show you is going to be this one. I would say this is a kind of a pretty cousin of Pure Havane. It has cherry, you can say cherry, sweet tobacco, hookah tobacco mixed with the original 1 million called 1 million Prive. This is also sadly discontinued, but take a look at the juice color. You can tell this is not joking around. How much I love this perfume? Maybe I need to get a backup bottle. This is again expensive, but it's worth every penny. If something has been a success for me in 1 million line, which is established for the mature crowd or sophisticated office going people, this is it. Okay, you can try the 1 million Parfum, you can try the Elixir, which is good but on the sweeter side. This is also sweet, but the cherry tobacco thing, man, in this is just gives me vibes of Pure Havane, but it has a hookah tobacco, which is a little bit different than the cherry tobacco of Pure Havane, and this is not as powdery like the Pure Havane is. So you can opt for this for cooler months, nighttime, man, what a sexy fragrance with a very long lasting performance. 1 million Prive. Okay, no, sorry. Why am I saying why? Yeah, okay, it is 1 million Prive. Sorry, just when you have too many flankers, sometimes you do get confused. So now number 2 and number 1. This is where I have a debate. I haven't actually made up my mind which one I like more. Both of these are niche and very expensive and high class scents. Okay, so I think I will go with number 2 as the niche version of Pure Havane, which is called Naxos by Xerjoff. This is my older bottle. As you can see, the orangey colored juice. I don't know the batch code. You can take a look. Perhaps you can do some research. I do have a new bottle of Naxos, which I also use, which is like a more newer, recent version. So Naxos, the difference between the old and new, I did compare with that old and new. The performance and the richness. The older that you get, if you can keep it in your collection for a while, it's going to be getting this color. So Naxos is another impactful fragrance in my journey, just like Pure Havane. If you love Pure Havane, this is there's no way you will hate it. This is just so much more, like Pure Havane has its place, definitely. It's good. Just hit my finger, it hurts still. Man, this is so lovely, so lovely. You get almost the similar notes as Pure Havane, but it's more refined in a way, I guess. And I would say this is a more upper class fragrance, like you wear for high class occasion, suits, parties. This is gonna be like a yakuza. So I find Naxos to be one of the best tobacco-based perfumes, like one of the best Xerjoff as well. For me, many people love other fragrances, but like More Than Words, or Herba Pura, those lines. But for me, I always love this one, number 1. Okay. This is the big boy, Naxos. I also think Decant was good, Decant, and then one more. There are a few more in this line. Those are also good. Xerjoff is a great house, by the way. So today, I will finish off with the number 1 today. I actually picked this over Pure Havane and also Naxos is this one. This is Amouage Boundless. I just love these bottles. They're just so elegant. They're beautiful, effortless, and they all use the same bottle, but the coloration is very distinctive. This thing is my second favorite from the house of Amouage when it comes to this kind of tobacco, sweet, or more, impactful fragrance. This is a very impactful fragrance. The opening of this cinnamon is just mouth-watering. It has some sort of a, feels like, not root beer, but there's a sweetness which makes this fragrance more easily acceptable over Royal Tobacco, which is something I love Royal Tobacco more than this, but this perfume is more like a designer appeal to that Amouage side. I just think it's absolutely phenomenal fragrance. Okay, like this kind of weather, if you wear this, not only you're gonna get really good performance, you also may get compliments. Okay, so these 5 fragrances, they all pick up compliments. For me, I got at least 1 each for these fragrances. So Boundless is one of the newer ones. If you really like the cinnamon, note of cinnamon, you can try it. And the tobacco in this is very, very candid and sweet. And I think this one can be mass appealing, crowd pleasing, compliment garner perfume. And I think the price point of this is justified because Amouage fragrances usually are like beast mode in general. So that's my number 1 today, Boundless. So do let me know what you feel about the list and what are the fragrances you reach for when it comes to tobacco. Once I shift all my perfumes in this house, maybe I will be able to do more freely. Yesterday you saw me, I was doing from old house some videos. I don't want to waste time or opportunity to make a content. So I will be staying here mostly. So let's see if I can get those fragrances quickly, and I will try to get the showcase, maybe like a background. You'll see a big showcase, perhaps. I don't know if I can save up some money. Then you can see like, okay, it will become more entertaining or interesting. Okay, have a nice day. I'm gonna enjoy a cup of coffee after this, and enjoy this rainy nights. Okay, because these are really really pleasant and beautiful. The breeze especially is beautiful. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.